Welcome back to page 121. Today we're going to take a look at an offering from Mongoose from a couple of years ago. Referee's briefing number 5, Incidents and Encounters. This gives you a nice cross-section of different things that your travelers can bump into and can drive a story. There's about 13 different samples in here, and a lot of them would be really interesting stories. So we're going to take a look at them, and I'm going to touch on each one briefly and how you can get it and all that stuff. Also, subscribers. Yes, please. I have a bunch, and I want to thank everybody who's subscribed. Let's keep the channel growing so I can keep presenting these videos the way I have been. Also, there's a Patreon. Please take a look at that. I'm going to put up a poll probably this week, about a free poll on Patreon about what type of games you might want to see more of on the channel. It won't be a binding poll or anything. It's just something I'm interested in. I don't get a ton of feedback regarding that, so I'd be interested. But back to today's topic, Traveler, Referee's Encounter number 5. 5 of 6. I've only got one of these after this. This is Incidents and Encounters. All right, Traveler, Referee's Briefing number 5, Incidents and Encounters. And this is for Mongoose Traveler 2nd, and was written by Martin J. Doherty. You heard me sing Martin's praises before on the channel. I like Martin's writing. I think he does a good job. This guy goes about 21 pages. And it's just for different little vignettes of things you can encounter. Nice little artwork there. One is the Church of the Mind. This one's kind of interesting. It may or may not be a Psionics Institute. It really kind of depends on the GM. It is a church that espouses the beliefs that the powers of the mind are the way to attain the next level and maybe even, touch the face of God. That kind of thing. So you have the church appear, and then you can decide if you want it to be a Psionics Institute, a genuine church, some kind of scam that's just designed to scare people out of their money. There are a lot of things you can do with this story arc. So next we have claim jumpers. This is a situation where there's a claim being held on a planet, and most of this is place agnostic. You can put these little vignettes anywhere you want. And this claim jumpers is a situation where there are some locals who have a claim for some valuable mining, and there's a group of essentially mercenaries that are going to come in and jump the claim. Think of any old Western with claim jumpers, and there you have it. So that one's pretty straightforward. The Dawn Lighters. These guys are pretty interesting. The Dawn Lighters have enclaves on various worlds, and their job is to get away from high tech and go back to the way they were supposed to be, the way man was meant to be, without technology, working the land by his hands. And they may live on many, many planets. They may be a small enclave that nobody really knows about. And sometimes you might just want to kind of go back to what they do. Back to just being in the dirt and living a more simplistic lifestyle, not using high tech to do work a man can do with his hands. And then we have the commerce phenomenon. You will make profit with this program. Delta Commerce. This is basically just kind of what they used to call a pyramid scheme. You buy level 1 today, and it'll give you tips on how to play the stock market and how to make money. You want cash? You can get it through this product, this stuff. Just buy our books and tapes. We will help you become a millionaire fast. That was kind of neat. The Great Revolutionaries. The Great Revolutionaries feel that there shouldn't be an interstellar government. Each and every planet or body on the planet should be its own government. They should not be smothered under one great overarching system. So they go into various planets and they help people achieve this. This could be a good thing for a mercenary ticket campaign. And then they have little cake socials where you can eat cake and talk revolution. I lost that. I like that. And then the Firsters. The Firsters are a group similar to the Lamplighters, where the Firsters live the way their ancestors lived when they first settled the planet. So they could be on the planet, and maybe they went back to the Zero Circa, the first Villani Imperium. So the first Imperium, maybe their settlers have been there that long. But they're choosing to live the way that their ancestors did. Again, a more simplistic lifestyle. The neo-animists. These guys basically figure that every time you jump into jump space and you leave our space, you go to the pocket universe that is jump space, you're losing a little bit of your spirit. Your spirit is being diminished by its lack of contact with everything of our sphere, our existence. This one's kind of interesting because it can lead people down to substance abuse. It can lead people to depression. It can lead people all kinds of bad paths. This one was pretty interesting. You could work this in, and this could be a background thing for a character more than something the players would have to actually oppose. But it's an interesting idea. Our friends from old Earth. Well, uplifted dolphins live on this planet, and so do human, and they're fighting over fishing rights. The players kind of have to get involved to kind of calm things down and decide who's right or who's wrong, or broker a deal so that the dolphins and the humans can get along just fine. Number 9, parking problems. You have to park at a downport, and for reasons given in the story, there's a large armed ship that's kind of parked across 3 spots. And you are given from tower control to squeeze into one corner of that spot. But while you're landing your ship, this jerk is pointing a live turret at you, threatening your existence. Scratch my bumper and I'm going to blow you up. It turns out that he's a pirate who's fallen on hard times. He made his loot. His bosses would have been happy, but he decided to stay out an extra week and went for a ship that was armed, not knowing it, kind of a Q ship situation, and got himself shot up. And then when he got into a fight with one of his crewmen got into a fight with one another while they were effecting repairs, one crewman killed the other. The captain of the ship killed the crewman who committed the murder and went, oh great, now I'm down 2 bodies to help me fix this damage to get back into space. So does he want the players, not their ship, but the players themselves? Does he want to Shanghai someone? That's for the GM to decide. The Reluctant Wannabe. This one's kind of interesting. It's like an after-school special. This kid wants to not to be involved in space. His dad's a space hand and thinks the kid has the best path forward if he follows in dad's footsteps and goes off to the ship. So the players are asked to take him under their wing, not to jump with him or anything, but to just show him around the ship and kind of talk him into a spacer's life for me. This one kind of left me a little cold. I don't like family stories like that in my role playing. That's me. I could see this as a background kind of thing, but I'd do it more as if the kid was a hanger-on who was space crazy and was always, when the players got to this planet, was always running up to them and thought they were buddies and hanging out with them and otherwise kind of annoying them. That's the way I would play this one. And then Resurgam takes its name from Latin, I shall rise again, dedicated to the creation of long-vanished interstellar empire. So you can use this for the Sindalian Empire or something else in your area. And Resurgam, they're going to make this come back. They're going to make it rise from the ashes. Spiraling into weirdness. Galacticism, a sort of interstellar age spiritualism popular in many worlds. Recently enjoyed, I'm going to blow this up so I can read it, enjoyed an explosion of popularity, which some find suspicious. They believe that all energy attaches to the various spiral arms and goes back to the source of all creation, among other strange beliefs. And this guy I thought could be a lot of fun. The Wizard. He's not a wizard, though, he'll correct you. He's a sorcerer. Do you allow magic in your Traveler campaign? I do not. Magic is just science that's not been explained. So I don't allow magic in my game. But the idea of a wizard guy wandering around who's maybe just a wacko, or maybe he's using psionics to be his wizardry, or maybe he's got an ancient's device that he doesn't even realize is really an ancient's device, and he thinks he's creating this power. This guy can be played in a couple of different ways. He could be played as a complete weirdo bunko artist who's just trying to make a buck, or he could be played as a sincere guy who believes he really is a wizard and is trying to share his knowledge with the universe at hand. I kind of like this guy, and I could definitely see this guy popping up as an NPC in one of my games in the future. And that's the end of the book. So it's, I'll put a link to it. It's on Drive-Thru RPG, it's also on Mongoose's website. This guy is from 2016. It still holds together. This is the 5th of 6 of these books, and I've got one more to go, and I'll be sending that sometime in the next couple of weeks. These are just neat little helper books. If you're stuck for an idea, if you're looking to flesh something out, these books are definitely something to take a look at. I found this one interesting. It wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be when I got it. I was expecting a little more than just a couple of vignettes. I'm not really sure why I did, but I did. So it's a good one. I like it. And as always, Martin Doherty delivers. It's just that I felt it was a little lacking. I also felt it wasn't cohesive. There wasn't like an underlying theme to it. It was just incidents and encounters. Maybe it's just me. But I do like it, and I do recommend it. If you're stuck for an idea, open this guy up, and you'll find an idea right there in these pages. So that's it. That's all I've got to say today for page 121. If you like what you heard, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.